Alright, welcome back. Little Fancy Faces YouTube spot. Airbrush face painting. Talked about the different brushes and the system. I didn't talk really about the systems, but yeah, well, I guess we did. We said multiple brush system. You can have, I'll show you the hose and the manifolds hose and stuff. Now, I am using a Spectrum 2000 quick color change system is what I'm using, and absolutely love it. Most people say that here's another system I actually bought off of eBay, which if you remember in some of the videos, if you always watch, I bought it for 75 bucks plus an airbrush. Got this for 100 bucks. It is a really quirky system. It's under pressure, but I love it, and I have videos. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some different systems, or two different. There's the color palette, which you can get from Tattoos. I can't remember, whatever. It's like $900. Don't know anything about it. It basically is the same type of system. It has a color selector. This has 9 bottles, but of course I only use 8 colors plus a flush bottle, that's alcohol, since these are hybrid paints. And basically the brush hooks up and I can select my colors. Quick change, blam. Flush, quick change, bam. Love it. It's like no time at all. I don't know how many times this past weekend I heard, wow, that was it, and the kids love it. Okay, now you'll hear also, well, you are limited on your what do you call it? You're limited to your you limit your ability to create. Yeah, you do, but let me tell you, speed is money. Okay, and that's what it's all about. We can say, and I'll tell you, I enjoy face painting and seeing the kids smiling, but I love leaving a gig, or after 2 days at a festival or something like that, and come away with $600, $700, $800 in my pocket. Can't beat it. I mean, or more, because that's how many kids I've went through. I've found in the short period of time I've been face painting with the airbrush, blam, 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 blam. Okay, so it's all about money. So I use the Spectrum 2000 color system. There's a Spectrum 2012 color change system. The difference is the brush, excuse me, the brush and the selector it's all one. They eliminate this here. With the 2000 system, a lot of people didn't know how to take care of this right here, the color selector, bottle issues. Let's see, what else can I think of? I think those were the main things. I've solved some of those problems, and which I'm going to share with you. But those are basically two ways: multiple brushes or a single system that has multiple colors to it. I use a single system. I started with the multiple brush. You saw the rat's nest of hoses that I got into. Now I just have this right here. So that's what I like, and I'm going to tell you more about that. Also, cleaning. So you're not really going to get into airbrush cleaning, but get you an ultrasonic cleaner. This is 30 bucks, Harbor Freight. Get you one. You got to have one if you're going to do airbrush face painting. Okay. So let me tell you about the Spectrum system, why I like it, which obviously because of all the colors there ready to go. You see what colors I use. Those are all hybrids. I've changed the bottles, which is a must if you get this system, which you'll see a video here on down when I talk about cleaning it and changing out the bottles and stuff. The Spectrum 2000 system, I got this off eBay. This is the second system I picked up, and boy, I jumped on it because I got a brush and that for 75 bucks. Couldn't beat it. The problem is, this is a pressurized system. This rail is hollow, air's in it. You got a air regulator here. This blue hose basically goes up here, You see the black one there, which goes into the curly hose there, and that hooks to the airbrush. Okay. The bottles get pressurized. Oops, excuse me. The bottles get pressurized. There's pressure in the rail, in the rail, in the bottle, and it will tell you when you read the instructions. You can face paint. You know, you can turn it any way because of the pressure. Well, a lot of people don't know how to use this, and it is quirky, like I said, as far as, but once you know what you need to do to get it working right all the time, it's no issues whatsoever. And I'm having no issues whatsoever because I know what I'm doing. I need to do. If you get a system, new or used, I would suggest new, since if you are not mechanically inclined, I guess I should say, okay? But there are some things you've got to do if you get new. These are the caps, and the new 2012, they said they changed the caps and bottles, which I know why. Let me show you. This is basically the bottle screws on like that, okay? You got 9 of them going across. There's no seal, even though you need this bottle sealed. They had caps breaking, see that? Very easily. Alright. If you don't keep this clean, and there's a screw in here you have to keep tightened, which I'll show you on in some of the other videos, you'll be so mad that you spent 345 bucks, wasted it, and you'll probably end up going to the multiple brush system, okay? Which is no problem, you can do that. But once you change the caps, or you have to at least go to the auto store and get some rubber seals like this, put it on the bottle, and once these bottles are sealed, the system works perfect, because you will take in here, once you put air to the system, right, you hear air escaping from the bottles. You can't have it escaping from the bottles. It causes bleed over and irregular spraying and just crazy, okay? So once I put seals in the original bottles, like this one here, this is the one I'm using now. I've changed the bottles out already though. But this is the original bottle on my flush bottle, and you'll see the seal there? Gotta have the seal. Once I put the seal on those original bottles, it was magical, okay? So, but I talk about changing out the caps here too. So the next thing I did, I said, you know what? I didn't want this to happen. See how it breaks? Well, I said, wait a minute, these are the same size bottles. Why don't I change bottles? So that's what I ended up doing. After I started getting empty hybrid bottles, I changed them over. It was, now, because these seal without having to go out and buy this seal here, okay? But you got to seal the bottles. If you don't seal the bottles, you're wasting your time, okay? Each bottle comes, these are the original balls you see here that I've taken off, and it also comes with a mixing ball that goes in each bottle to help you mix the paint. These bottles here, this is the system I just bought. These bottles here, what happened here is the guy was trying to clean up the bottles. He put it in the dishwasher, and this is what happens. Do not put any heat on these bottles at all. This is what you get, okay? All right. No, don't do it. This is brand new, $345, $395 for the new design with the brush that's added to it. But check eBay. You can catch deals. The problem about getting a used Spectrum system is you got to make sure, look and see if you can tell if the hoses are nice and clean. This system here had some clogging. We can still see some of the paint, but it is free. It took me a minute to get it freed up. You see that little black piece right there? That's actually a patch that I made to be able to use this system. So the disadvantage or the problem also with this, if you get one, and you got to be very careful with the hoses. It's $180 to get these hoses changed out. Okay, $180 for a rebuild kit. So I got this for $75. Be darned if I was going to spend another $180 to get these hoses redone, and I figured out a way to solve that without, you know, if it's not too bad or if it's in the right place where I didn't have to get it rebuilt. So you have to be very careful with these hoses. You know, they're really small, unfortunately, but with the pressure that you get from the compressor and stuff, it's no problem at all with paint. So anyway, Spectrum 2000. I got a bottle change video that's coming up. Then we'll talk about the color selector, making sure it's tight, and I'll take it apart and let you see what it looks like. So, all right, guys, we'll talk about stencils. I make my own stencils. You can buy plenty. There's some great ones out there you can use. That's the other expense, getting into it. So it's expensive, but you'll get your money back, I promise you. No problem at all. Any questions? Again, subscribe, comments. I'll do the best I can to answer them for you. I guess I'll show you the air compressor that I don't know if I burnt it up this week or not. And the next thing is actually show you me using the Spectrum 2000 system. So anyway, thanks a lot. Will Jones, LouisvilleFancyFaces.com. Go check out my website. Thanks.